Here at Thrill Point Motorsports in Medina, Ohio, my favorite motorcycle store to shop for my new dream motorcycle. And this store, once again, is loaded with new and used motorcycles that are absolutely amazing, like that Ducati, the R1M, the RSV4, M1000R, I've never seen in person before. Ducati Streetfighter, never seen that one in person. The HP4, all kinds of awesome bikes.
Let's go for a ride. Subscribe today.
I want to get my gear like this ultra lightweight carbon fiber helmet with auto tint shield, my favorite helmet, motovlog camera, airbag vest to help keep you safe. All of my gear, I always include links in the description and comments.
Wow, they have a Ducati V4S Streetfighter. This is a 2025, I believe. And man, this is a beautiful bike. I was going to buy one of these instead of the MT-07, but I ended up going with the MT-07 because I figured this bike would get me into trouble. But I'm going to tell you this, guys. I really love this M1000R here. Man, I am tempted to buy it. What do you guys think? Leave a comment below. That is absolutely sick. I've never seen one in person, and I'm telling you, this video does not do this bike justice. It is absolutely gorgeous in person. This thing is loaded with power, all kind of goodies, electronic suspension, everything. Look at that gold chain. Oh my gosh, that is one sick bike, and that is way more power than you need for the streets, though. I need that like I need a hole in the head. You got a Yamaha R1M looking sick here. Absolutely beautiful. You know I'm a Yamaha fanboy, and this is an absolutely gorgeous bike. Honestly, I would love to own one of these, but I'd have to get into track riding in order to enjoy that bike properly. Ducati V4S Panigale here, man. Oh my gosh, single-sided swing arm, looking beautiful. Ducati makes the most beautiful motorcycles. Got the electronic suspension, gorgeous. Oh my gosh, there's another one there looking gorgeous. And you got the Hypermotards here, look gorgeous, but they're just, I'm not a real big fan of these bikes here. I'd rather have a lightweight supermoto like I have. But I don't know, they're really good looking bikes. What do you guys think? Leave a comment below. Would you get a Hypermotard? Or for those of you guys that have one, how do you like it? Should I get one? I don't know. Check it out, the Ducati Monster. I have never really, I think I've seen one of these in person before, but that one is absolutely gorgeous. Look at the rear end on there, looking beautiful. Oh my gosh. It feels small and lightweight. What do you think? I should get one of these, man? Maybe I should get back on a Ducati. Last Ducati I had was an X Diavolo S, man. I love that bike. What is that? Scrambler? I think the one there is a Triumph Scrambler. Correct me if I'm wrong, which I tend to be. I think that may be, is that a monster? An older monster, maybe? I don't know. Good looking bikes. Absolutely beautiful. I'm not a real big fan of banana seat, but it is what it is. Honda Trail 125. Man, I ought to get one of these little bikes, man. Rip on it. Honda Groms. Maybe I should get a Honda Grom. What do you guys think? Aprilia RSV4 brand spanking new looking bad ass. That looks sick, bro. Man, that is awesome. I had an Aprilia Tuono V4 1100 factory, and it was a sick bike, man. But I had some issues with it. I shouldn't have bought it used. But I'll tell you, they make awesome bikes, man. What can I say? There's a RSV4 factory right there. Kind of looked like the Tuono I had, but that's the the superbike version. That is absolutely gorgeous, man. There's a Tuono right there, Tuono 660. That's awesome for the streets. I mean, that's the power you want for the streets right there, guys. That's not overkill. You can really get on it. It's got some great power. I've heard a lot of people give positive comments on this bike, and it is absolutely gorgeous, beautiful. What do you guys think? I should get that and share that with the channel. Here is a RS 660, I guess the super sport version of it. What do you guys think? I'd rather get the Tuono 660. Probably be obviously be way more comfortable on the streets, but this is a pretty sick bike. If I get into track riding, man, that RS 660 could be awesome. I'm telling you guys, this is the first time I've ever laid eyes on a BMW HP4. Look at that. It's older, but man, that thing is sick and well cared for. That is a sick used bike. I love the older S1000RRs. They just look menacing with that asymmetrical headlights. Look absolutely sick. And that HP4, man, those are kind of rare. You don't find those too often. You think I should get one of those? I bet I need a hole in the head to get that, man. But check this out. There's the new S1000RR. I like the older ones, just look more badass looking than the new ones. The new ones look beautiful, don't get me wrong. But the old ones just look evil. They just look awesome, man. I'm telling you, man, they got bikes everywhere here. So many awesome bikes. Check this out. The Yamaha R1, the older one, bro. Still looking sick. I'm telling you guys, don't sleep on these older ones. These older ones are nearly just as fast as the new ones and more stout bottom end compared to some of these newer ones. Check it out. Yamaha R1. Looking proper, boy. Looking good. Check it out, man. I love me some Yamahas. The R1. Never owned one R1. I had a CBR 1000RR, which was awesome. Here's a R1M right here, looking proper. Got the carbon fiber parts on there. Looking proper. Those are some fast bikes. Got the Booses. Not a big fan of those bikes, but some of you guys are. To each his own. I like the lighter weight bikes, but look at that Kawasaki Ninja ZX-10R looking proper. I love the Kawasaki green, man. High vis, help you be seen out on the streets. Looks good. Oh my gosh, check it out, man. Check it out. We got the Suzuki Gigza 8R. I think that is GSX 8R. Looking proper. I think that looks good except for the headlight. And I hear it's got some really stout bottom end grunt to it, man. I thought about getting one of those. You got your R7 here looking proper. Looking real nice, man. The ZX6Rs here. Looking proper. The Super Sport. Those are really popular now, man. You know, I thought they were dying out. They're making a comeback, guys. Looking proper, man. Look at that. That anniversary edition. With the green, white, and blue. That looks sick. There's another ZX6R. That gray looks pretty sick, man. That's a good looking bike right there. Looking proper. If you want to get any of these bikes, guys, come on down to the store. I'm not affiliated with them in any way, shape, or form. I'm just here shopping for a new bike. Yamaha R3 for you noobs out there. That is a sick bike to start on, guys. Definitely recommend this for you new riders out there. And like I said, a lot of people think you're on a leader bike because they don't know any better. So you may pick up some tail with that bike. For girls that like guys on bikes, and there's some out there. Look at that ZX4 RR looking proper, boy. Great track bike. And I think is that a Ninja 500 next to it? I think right there, that white colorway looking proper. And man, that looks sick. I'm telling you, I love the Kawasaki's. Never owned a Kawasaki. Nearly bought an H2. Wish I'd have bought that H2 that I was going to get, man. Those are collector bikes now. Check it out. Look at that anniversary colorway. Looks sick. I think that's a Ninja 500. Look at that CBR 500R. That's a great bike to start on for you noobs, too. That's a beautiful bike. Plenty of power for the streets. I'm telling you, the smaller bikes you can get on, really get on that throttle and you're not doing crazy speeds and look like you got the Gigza 600, I believe. And these are the Kawasaki Ninjas looking proper. Check it out. Give a shout out to the Yamaha MT-07, baby. I think that's the new one. Or maybe the previous year. You better pick it up because them things go fast. I got one and I love mine. I ain't get rid of my MT-07. If I buy another bike, it's going to be in addition to what I got. Check it out. I think that's a ZX. I think that's a Z650. And then that is the Kawasaki. Yeah, it's a 600 too, I believe. Correct me if I'm wrong. I think that's a Suzuki SV650 there, I believe. Or a smaller bike. I don't know. I'm not the sharpest with knowing all the bikes out there. But that's a really popular. The SVs are very popular. I think that's an MT-03. Don't get me wrong. Check out that Triumph, man. That Scrambler looking pretty sick. Nice. I think that's a Scrambler. Oh my gosh. Look at all these bikes, dude. Bikes galore. I'm like a kid in a candy store with all these bikes, man. Seriously, look at that. Oh my God, the Triumph's in here, dude. The Triumph, I think that's a Speed Triple or Street Triple. One of them. I get them mixed up. MT-10, looking proper. We got the Z900, the retro look. I know some of you guys like this. I'm not that big a fan of the older style, but I understand for those of you guys that do love that style, cafe racer type style. To each his own. Everybody's got their own likes and dislikes. I think I'm not a big fan of the look of the KTM Dukes. That's 790, but everybody says a KTM 790 Duke is awesome. Check it out. We got, what is this, more Kawasaki's here. Looking proper. CBR 600 RR, baby. Yeah, Suzuki Gigza 600 probably, or 750. Check it out. We got the, oh man, Yamaha R6, the old school looking one. That's still a beautiful bike, guys. And that's the last R6 that was in production right there. 2019, I think. Check it out. We got the Kawasaki's here. Man. First time I seen I think this is the first time I seen a Yamaha Tenere 700. It's got the same engine as the MT-07. As you guys know, I love that engine. Stout bottom end power. And you got this in an ADV package looking proper. Check it out there. Get your kid the little dirt bike, man. Get them started. We got the Kawasaki Cruisers here. Good looking bikes. Those are great bikes from what I hear. Check it out. We got the Kawasaki Ninja 650. Another great bike to start on, especially for you maybe taller riders out there that want to start on a bike. This is a great bike to start on. Beautiful bike, plenty of power for the streets. Like I said, the smaller bikes are more fun on the street. You can rip on them without doing crazy speeds. Yamaha R7, same with that bike. Beautiful, beautiful bikes, man. A lot of good-looking bikes. There's another 8R in an orange colorway. Check that out. We got a Ducati Super Sport there with the banana seat. That's a sexy bike with a banana seat. I'm not the biggest fan of banana seats, but it looks good on that Ducati Super Sport. Looking proper, boy. We got the Suzuki Gigza, old school Gigza there, man. Old school. Don't sleep on the old bikes. I'm telling you, them bikes are fast, man. Fast. Check it out. We got the CBR. I think that's a CBR 1000 RR, the newer one. The old school CBR 1000 RR. I think that is a 2010 Repsol. I'm telling you, that bike, even though it only has like 155 horsepower, it does 9 seconds in a quarter mile, guys. Them older leader bikes, the CBRs were crazy, man. Crazy fast. And they didn't have the 200 horsepower these new bikes have, but yet it did 9 seconds in a quarter mile, believe it or not. Check it out, man. We got the Cruisers here. For those of you guys that love the Cruisers, good looking, beautiful bikes. I'm telling you, that style never goes out of style ever. So unlike sport bikes that get really old looking over time, the Cruisers never go out of style. They always look good, man. That M109R Boss. I was going to buy one of those bikes. I think that has a Hayabusa engine in it. Oh, that's a fast cruiser, man. It's heavy, though. I'm just not a big fan of heavy bikes like this. This sapsucker's been in here for a long time, man. It's a good-looking bike, beautiful bike, don't get me wrong. But just not my style, man. Those are like the Cadillac motorcycles. Check it out. No, baggers are extremely popular here in Ohio, man. That's a good-looking bagger right there, that Harley Davidson, that black with the chrome. Oh, man, that's a good-looking bike. Beautiful. I'm telling you, Harley makes some sick bikes. Just so expensive, though, man. What is that? Fat Boy? Look at that solid rim on that Harley Davidson, man. You like that? Probably adds a ton of weight to that bike, man. Because Harleys are already super heavy as it is. These are some good. I tend to like these type of Harleys right here, man. These, I guess, what are these considered? Sportsters or whatever? Or I don't know what you call those, Softail. That is a Harley Davidson, I think that's a 2022 Harley Davidson Nightster. That is a beautiful bike, man. Check it out. We got the Supermoto here, KLX. I think that's a 230 or a 300. We got a BMW Cruiser here. Look how wide it is. Look how that engine sticks out, man. Super wide. Beautiful bike, though. Look at that. Man. It's got some good power on it. That's a Yamaha FZ6. Old school. The bikes are FZ6. Them bikes are really popular. I think it's got a super sport engine from the R6, I think, engine is on that bike. Correct me if I'm wrong. I'm always wrong sometimes. KLR 650, baby. We got the ADV bikes. For those of you guys that love the ADV bikes, in my opinion, they're glorified cruisers, but they make the best touring bikes. Nobody really takes these bikes off-road and does adventure, on these bikes like I do on my YZ 450FX Custom Supermoto. But I'm telling you, these are beautiful bikes, and they make amazing cruisers and touring bikes. So I'm not hating on them. I'm just saying they call them adventure bikes, but most people don't do adventure. They're too heavy for adventure, man. 400 plus pounds. Ain't nobody taking that off-road unless it's on a dirt road or something, man. Check it out. CRF 450. That'd be a great bike to convert to a Supermoto. I don't know why Honda doesn't make a 450 Supermoto. I wish they would, a street legal version. Check it out. We got the Honda Rebels here. I don't know which ones, 300. They make it all the way up to an 1100. They're good looking bikes, man. Check it out. We got a Honda. I mean, check it out. We got the Indian Chief. Check it out. Looking proper. Indian Chief Bobber, I think that is. That's a good looking bike, man. There's the Indian Scout Bobber. I've been thinking about getting one of those for a long time, man. Absolutely beautiful bikes. Just look, and they got some grunt on. They got a little bit of power on them too, man. We got some other Harley Davidsons here. What are those, Sportsters or Softails? I don't know. I'm not a Harley Davidson aficionado. Leave a comment below and correct me on it. But check it out. We got the YZ125X. What's that? 2-stroke, baby. Check out. Look, somebody had a real effed up day on this KTM Duke, man. Look at that. Dang. It crashed the heck out of that bike, boy. Hopefully they walked away from that. Check it out. What's that? Kawasaki ZX1000. Or excuse me, ZX10R, should I say. Check it out. We got the Vanilla Ice Baby Suzuki Katana, man. Old school with the banana seat, dude. I'm telling you, man, these super sports were very popular. Like I said, sport bikes their styling gets outdated real quick. They don't last like the other cruisers do, man. What's that? ZX10R looking proper. Check it out. YZ250F. Yeah, great trail bike. Ducati Super Sport, looking proper. No, that is a Panigale V2. That's the V2, boy. Yeah, looking proper, boy. I'm telling you, man, that twin engine. Oh my gosh, that is a gorgeous bike. Sitting next to a CBI 600II, which I used to own. Think I should get this V2, man? That's proper, boy. But that'd be for track, man. I'm going to be riding around that. But check it out. We got the Slingshot here. Do you like those? I'm not a big fan of those. They look cool, but I don't know. So which bike do you think I should get? Leave a comment below and tell me why. And I may just get it. If you like this video, make sure to hit thumbs up, hit the subscribe button, hit that little bell symbol so you get notified when my new videos released. But I release new videos every Sunday, Tuesday, and Thursday at 11:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Until next time, catch you guys later.